Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lily Sky Messages. All right, so this is our new moon in Gemini astrology, horoscope, and intuitive reading. The new moon will be on Monday, May 30th, 2022, 9 degrees, 3 minutes. The high peak is going to be on Pacific time, 4:30 a.m. Hey, who's going to get up early, 72 minutes before sunrise and do your yoga, your meditation, your affirmations, your whatever your ritual practice is. That's going to be a great time to get up and just tap on in to the energy. Okay, so we got our charts up and everything. So let's get to these readings. Okay, so yeah, a lot of cool stuff. I'll be on one of my group channels that I haven't really been on later on Facebook to see what I want to do on there. I'm not going to make any kind of announcements. It's just going to happen. And some of the people I don't know the group, and they don't communicate with me. So if you're going to be on any groups, definitely communicate, because I'm a person that communicates, even if you message or you click like. If not, it's kind of like, are you just there just to look and not even a click? So I'll be, changing some stuff up. Um, yeah, I don't know, this got erased. I'm using my marker. But yeah, let's get started here. So, we're moving from the eclipse energy, and we won't get any more eclipse until, I want to say, October. All right, for this year. So definitely using up the positive energy, or the no chaotic energy of the full moons and the new moons, because October 25th, Tuesday, will be a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, 3 degrees 48, 3:48 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, right? So we want to use up this May, June, July, August, September, um, and a little bit of beginning of October energy for our manifestation, our spiritual practice. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's get into it. All right. Now, this is the new moon in Gemini. The energy is I think. So there's a lot of thinking energy if you're, checking out all the astrology, and even the tarot card reading for the new moon in Gemini. There's a lot of that, right? And I've noticed quite a bit of Mercury retrograde, especially in my past video, right? It's like I forgot to put the 15th through the 16th, so I would just focus on the 16th, and that's the day that because it was an eclipse energy, and I'm just so focused on the 16th. But the night of the 15th was beautiful. So, and I've noticed a lot of little hiccups for others too. It's just the Mercury retrograde, no big deal. We all know. So it's the I think energy, so it has to do with the mind. And Gemini rules the third house, is in the third house of the fundamental learning. So you might be inspired to learn something new on the new moon, starting up something new that you want to teach yourself. You might want to be a teacher. You might be teaching yourself something, self-learning, all of that, right? So you'll be really connected to that energy. Gemini ruling the mind and all the fundamental learning, and how you communicate with yourself and how you communicate with others. And that will come up a lot in everyone's reading, right? So Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and this gives the energy of communication, of us understanding each other. At this time, we're still in the Mercury retrograde energy. It ends on June 3rd. And the main message for this new moon is that this new moon is inspiring us to communicate to ourselves and others. And once the retrograde is over, this is going to be really good. You're going to feel spontaneous. You're going to feel the need to change things up. You will feel the need to feel more safe. You might be even feeling that before. Changing the way you think and the way you perceive yourself and so on, or the way you think others perceive you. So just expressing ourselves to others, it's about creating a harmony between our hearts and what we are saying to ourselves and what we're saying to others. So it's going to overall bring in a better relationship. Okay, you should be feeling, like I said, the need to clear up anything, right? Having better relationship. Remember, that what you say has a strong message. So feeling that inspiration and the confidence to manifest and to shift into a better communication state. And it's going to benefit you, and it's going to benefit everyone around you, but most importantly you, because it's the focusing of self. Okay, and a lot of the planetary actions is happening in between the MC and the ascendant and the MC. So this is like the integration of our self energy. So we should be looking at how do we work? Are we working the best way that we can, right? Tapping into our Capricorn energy, are we working the best way that we can? What's our daily actions going to be, is like, right? How are we thinking about our future, and what new implementing things that we can do to advance ourselves in a better way, right? Make sure that we are secure. And there's balance, right? Duality, right? Gemini, Pisces, and Libra have that duality energy. So we were thinking about that. Also, that's the Aquarius mind, and also the Piscean mind, right? Is really seeing yourself as everyone. That was coming through really strong. You are everyone pushed out, right? So you're seeing yourself as everyone, and even if you don't realize it, you realize it now. You are everyone, right? And so how can you hold that positive energy, that powerful, respectful energy, and I'm doing what's best for me, and it's making everyone's life better because I'm not interacting with what's not good for me, and I'm interacting with what's good for me. So it's benefiting self and others. Mercury is in the first house of Taurus, 26 degrees, 31 minutes. So what can change and what can shift regarding your Taurus energy within yourself? We're thinking about the Venus energy of self-love, right? It's so much. It's like a big, we can go many directions, but I'm going to try to, just get this stuff out, right? That I feel you guys need. So it's really connecting to self-love, self-concept, and there's going to be a lot of shift around that, right? The first house of self, okay? The first house of identity, right? And remember that Mercury is retrograde in the first house. So you're reviewing what you need to do, and then you're going to make that big shift. Gemini is going to do that. Leo is going to do that. I just put out videos on love for the love signs, air, fire, water, earth. So Gemini and Leo, even though Sagittarius is Gemini's opposite, Gemini and Leo is going to be doing some big shift and change concept. Even Cancer, everyone can do it, but those ones really stick out. The Mercury is in its retrograde state, so it's a great time for us to focus on goals that you already had, and you're working towards completing those, right? And don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to complete the goals. Just like get them done. Just like have a schedule every day, right? This way you can avoid starting anything in Mercury retrograde and it doesn't work out the way you planned. It ends quickly. It just doesn't work. You miss information, all that. And Mercury, I'll get to that. I'll get to that later. So a special message for Geminis. Okay, so everyone chill. You're all gonna get the 12 reading at the end. But before I start, okay, I need to say something special for Geminis. Okay. So Geminis, and this is for everyone too, but special for Gemini because of the new moon in Gemini. But you may have already been getting strong dreams. I've already started having strong dreams a month ago. It was over a month ago. in Taurus season, which makes sense because Gemini used to be considered Taurus and is in Vedic astrology. Look into that if you're Gemini, everyone, right? So strong dreams, and other messages. I had a strong dream about a full moon. That's all I'm going to share, but it was pretty cool. And I had a guide in there, and now I'm thinking that must have been like Archangel Michael, because I've been doing a lot of Archangel Michael meditation last year, this year, all the archangels, all the different angels, right? So I've been really doing a lot with angels last year, and I didn't even put it on my channel because I was processing that year. That year was hard for me. My mom died, a lot of big changes, backstabbing. It was just horrible. But you grow and you get stronger through it. Okay, karma's up. Okay, so it's going to come back. So Mercury now, okay, um, let's see. So with Mercury, the Mercury Thaw Sabgu, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. I'm going to put it in the, oh, I always forget this name, but I'll put it in my Facebook post, okay? And put it in my Facebook post, but also I'll put it in, and I can't think of it right now. Community, that's the word, the community page, okay? All right, so I'll put it there as well. I'll put all this right up, right? But Mercury used to be the old messenger. I've mentioned that in my videos like over 2 years ago. I don't know. Mercury was the old messenger in astrology, and Mercury was the one that could talk to the dead, talk in the underworld, send messages back and forth, communicating with Pluto. Pluto is the god of the underworld, of transformation, rebirth, right? And we'll talk about Pluto later with the powerful aspects, okay? So, the Archangel Michael energy that everyone is talking about is May 28th, May 29th, 30th, 31st, June 1st, and June 2nd. So, governing those days, and you'll find this aspect in Taurus in your birth chart, it's like 10 degrees, right? So, and 10, when you think of it, you convert it to leadership and teamwork, and you have this energy within you. You are self-made, okay? You'll always have help in life and guidance, but you have to be self-made, right? That's where you get most of your power, no matter what your background is, where you come from. You have to have your own solid self, right? So this archangel energy is a protecting energy, protecting your energy and serving and saving. So Archangel Michael has this type of energy, right? And I feel guided to say that this energy should be within us, right? Not so much say saving others, but more how are my action really saving me? But it's also good for everyone, right? So you'll see the connectivity with it. Yeah, so you just want to put this like thought and energy towards yourself. Now this Archangel Michael, Eros, and I'll put more of that, energy that's picking up is the royal star, right? So Archangel Michael is considered the royal star, and this is from Persian astrology, and there are 4 royal stars. Now, this Archangel Michael energy with Gemini, I think it's so perfect because I've been working a lot with Archangel Michael, and as far as the oracle cards, I still like these cards. The messages are still good, right? And I'm hopefully I might pull one of them later, just for fun. It has nothing to do with the tarot card full moon reading, so. But the royal stars are said to be the guardians of the night sky and the gateway to higher realms of consciousness. So there's a lot to work with there. We can connect to that, all of that later, okay? So looking at the natal chart cross, right? On the natal chart cross, most of the planetary action, like I said before, it's happening in your own, like you can say your own personal concept for yourself, right? So it's focusing on your personal life, your pursuits and your professional achievement. So it holds that energy right there, right? So from the time you get up till about, I always like to think of it as the time you get up till noon, what are you doing at that time? And how can you shift whenever you wake up, say if you wake up at night, your first, like say 4 hours, that you're up, or 5 hours that you're up, how are you using that? You know, how is it bettering you, right? And then try to make those positive changes for yourself. Now, I wrote in here two things, but I'm not going to share it. I feel like I'm going to share it in other videos on the Patreon, so I'll do that. Now, the main aspects, okay? The main aspects I want to share with you is Pluto trine Mercury, 1 degree, 45 minutes. So for thinking of self, what would be benefiting for self, and for 45 minutes meditation for all my meditation people, this is a harmonious aspect. You'll feel a very strong will, and have a clear outlook or a clear mind, a clear opinion on what it is that you need to do as a solution for yourself. You will feel that you can communicate with both sides of yourself, your mind, your spirit. So your mind, body, and spirit will be very connected. And you'll be looking at the psychology of your situation, right? And finding the solution for that. You'll be looking at things in a mathematical sense to try and figure out, how does finances work? I know that for, like, say, Libras um, and Scorpio, we're looking at money matters and how to clear up any kind of debt, and how can the money you have work best for you, especially if you're not a stable person, and you're Libra, and you're Scorpio, you're not stable. And this will, if you're between 30 and 40, 30 to 50, or 30s to 60s, maybe more like 40s to 60s is what intuitively came through. In your 40s to your 60s, there's a need for stability, especially if you're in your 50s and 60s, there's a need for that, right? So to prevent like a five of coins experience, I'll put it that way, for the rest of your life, right? So you want to give yourself that financial stability. So you'll be looking at the mathematical aspects of things, and also tapping into your own personal magic, which is you believing in yourself, letting go of any kind of addictions or anything that hold you down, and renewing yourself and your self-concept, the way you see yourself. Another main aspect, and I'm only focusing on the Pluto energy, I just felt called to do that for this Gemini new moon. There's other harmonious aspects and contradicting aspects, right, or conflicting aspects to look out for, but I just didn't want to focus the energy on that, because that would be, really really long, the challenging aspects. I just didn't want to focus on that. So Pluto sextiles Neptune 3 degrees 9 minutes. This aspect is also harmonious, and you can use this to create long-lasting spiritual connection, relationship to someone new in your life that you want to manifest, or to strengthen lifelong relationships that you already have, or relationships, reincarnated relationships. You can use that aspect to help with that. This will inspire you to make peace in situations that you feel that, we need to make peace with this, right? And this will also come up in some of your zodiac readings as well. And you can use this aspect in combination with other aspects as peacemaking energy, right? So you could use it in a challenging aspect, like a square, right? In the square aspects, yeah, you can use it in the square aspects, and any kind of opposing aspects to bring more peace to that situation, especially if you've been feeling like a lot of turbulent energy in your life, right? You got to shift that mind, right? And you can use this in your personal life on a global scale to kind of change your personal life, but the world itself, kind of like a global meditation for a positive change for everyone, the collective, right? Now, another aspect is Pluto conjuncts the MC 4 degrees 39 minutes, right? So with the Pluto sextile Neptune 3 degrees 9 minutes, 9 minute meditation if you meditate. Okay, so on to the Pluto conjuncts the MC 4 degrees 39 minutes. This is another positive aspect. You'll be inspired to search for new opportunities, and they'll start popping in that will be changing your life. Like this will help you to achieve more stability in your life, breaking old patterns and behaviors, addictionness, behaviors that are no good. And you might be feeling the need, hey, I need to make this change. What's the solution? You were trying solutions. This could be the time that the solution actually works for you. Okay, I have to put this up on my TikTok as well. So the MC deals with your social status, your social life, your career. So you want to be careful not to also do destructive movements on this. Okay, so this has that destructive quality as well. So as you're merging and you're coming out of whatever state that you're in, you just want to be careful that you're not letting all the hard work you've done before, even if you don't recognize that it's leading you to where you are and it's a benefit. It will once you kind of get more training or a new job or just achieve something new that's going to help you, right? Everything is a layer adding on to itself that is going to be helpful towards us, right? So remembering that Pluto deals with like the underworld, transformation, regeneration, right? That change, that power, right? The old you is dying off and the new one is emerging, making way for the new you. And you'll have that power to communicate clearly with your mind once Mercury gets out of its retrograde by the evening of June 3rd. You'll feel the need to, start launching new things for, by June 4th as well. So it's like kind of, setting things in motion and reaffirming on June 3rd, right? So let's look at that. Reaffirming on June 3rd. Let's see. Ignore the motorcyclists, people going by. June 3rd, that night, the moon is waxing in Leo, and on the 4th, it's going to be in Leo. So that's Friday and Saturday in Leo, right? So by 11:38, the moon will shift into Leo on June 3rd. So it's like a powerful time to shine your light. It's like so perfect from that Gemini to Leo. Geminis and Leos have really good relationships. Okay, really fun and inspiring, right? Very entertaining. So it's a great time to reaffirm your goals. Connect to that sun energy, that lion energy within you. A great time to move forward with your new moon goals more aggressively. All right. So let's see where we are on this timing. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to make this one long video. We're going to make this one long video. I think I'll make it one long video. Why not? All right. So let's get into Aries. Duh. So Aries has Mars and Jupiter in their sign in the 11th house. This is going to be a great time for you to be, more creative and to gain support from your friends for making your dreams come true. Maybe you're launching a project. Maybe you're working on something new, right? You're going to find healing in this, but also you still have Chiron in your 12th house, 15 degrees, 23 minutes, okay? It'll be a great idea to spend, some time thinking about, how you can go after your dreams and how you can find healing in whatever is troubling you in your life, and that will open up the way to you being happy just in general, more relaxed, and actually moving forward to where you want to be. Look at how you can structure your day and some of the ways you may want to keep even two schedules to keep things balanced for you. Maybe one for your side business, your personal life, or whatever, and the other one for your job. You can create your powerful and deep daily routines, maybe a mantra or a phrase that will keep you, Aries, motivated and focused to accomplish your goals. And then look at the way that you communicate with someone that might hinder your relationship with them, how it might be like you self-sabotaging yourself, and how you can communicate better. And just remember, you were in Mercury retrograde, so, but also for you, you'll see where you'll need to set boundaries for yourself in how you communicate with others, personal relationship, how you get paid, and stuff like that, and even offering advice to others regarding work and so on, and any issues like around money. So you'll find, yourself or someone else experiencing that. Okay, so Taurus has Uranus, Mercury, Venus, and the North Node, and the Fortune in your sign. So, lucky, you could do some prosperity, ritual practice, mantras, so on. Okay, open up the third eye, the heart, all the chakras, right? So Mercury inspires you to basically communicate more with yourself, and you're looking at what is most important to me, right? And you might be looking at your outer appearance, making some shifts and changes, and you might feel inspired to just change up things in your home, um, you know, especially after Mercury retrograde, right? Just look at it changing up stuff. You can get rid of certain things, keep it moving, right? And Venus is in your 12th house, and this is really powerful for your dream work. So before you go to sleep, attraction work, things coming to you, affirm what it is that you want before you go to sleep and when you wake up again. And you're just going to use the new moon to really manifest that and reaffirm it again on the waxing moon in Leo. Okay, very powerful. And you're setting that tone for the rest of this year for yourself under this new moon from your next door neighbor, Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, you have the sun and the moon, 9 degrees 3 minutes in the first house. So yes, you're going to be feeling the need for changing things up and really caring about how you look and how you feel, and your outer appearance is a powerful time for Geminis to put themselves first. Focusing on what's best for you, inspiring that new outer appearance, new way of feeling, thinking, looking, and you're in your season, and it's in the new moon energy, so it's all about self-manifestation, taking in some powerful energy from that Aries, uh, you know, just really feeling great about yourself, positive affirmation, and just knowing that you're reaffirming on the 3rd or on the 4th, the 3rd of June 9th, the night of June 3rd, or the 4th in the morning. That would be a really good practice. And so you're also next to Taurus, so you can vibe off of those positive parts of the planets that are in Taurus and the Fortune energy, and just getting in touch with success, growth, and stability. So that would be really great. And if you feel you have that already, then using it to get to enjoy, the end of excuse me, the end of May. It's Memorial Day weekend. People are out and about. Make sure that you arrive early where there's no stress, there's no rushing on your part. Use your intuition if you have to travel a lot, all that good stuff. All right, Cancer, you have Lilith in your second house for 5 degrees 4 minutes. Okay, so this is a great time to nurture yourself. Feel free, or feel like you're freeing yourself from worry, from stress, trusting yourself, trusting the way that you feel, trusting your intuition, and knowing that you have the power to feel the way you feel, listen to what others are saying, and knowing what is not also being said, and seeing the underlying issues of a situation, and know that you are communicating correctly. So if someone's making you feel like you're not communicating correctly, it's that they might be having second thoughts in their mind, thinking things over, going through their own process. So making sure that you're communicating and asking for clear communication as well is going to let go a lot of stress and worry. You shouldn't be worried. I feel like if you're making the effort, you know that you're making that effort. And make plans, not just in one area or with one person for the summer, so that, there's more, everyone has their room to breathe and you have your room to breathe, and just manifest for yourself a really good summer and fall and winter, and making sure that your finances are going to be good even before September starts, right? And I can see that some of you are making some positive changes so that whatever you experienced last winter or the winter before that, if it's negative financially, that it won't be an issue this one. And I feel like another message is to trust that you're loved and you're guided. All right. All right. Now, Leo. Leo, again, I was mentioning that you guys are going to be hit heavily by this new shift in how you feel, how you look, and just feeling like really inspired. And I had like a note here, like, yeah, just you feeling really inspired about your career and so on, right? There's no planets in your sign, but you are in the fourth house. And this is a great time for you to think about what is best for your private life. And this is a great mood to be in, setting new intentions for the people and the things that's most important for you, right? Everyone has free will, but you're setting that intention. And once you do this, it's like you'll feel more inspiration, you'll feel more calm, you'll feel like your outer world is fitting in with how you feel inside. You'll just feel more balanced, right? And some of you might feel the need to change directions in your plans that you've already made. You can also find inspiration and lessons from Aquarius having Saturn in their chart and being in the MC. So look into that as well. You'll be finding it's like even before you experience it, you're kind of like, okay, I can learn from that so that, if something like that happens, I can see it coming a mile away kind of thing, right? So that will be really good for Leo. Virgo, you have no planets in your sign for this new moon. You are in the fifth house of love and romance, fun, being creative, feeling inspired as well. This is a great time for you to find out like new ways of doing things, right, Virgo, and finding solutions to all your problem, creating like a happy future for yourself and others. So you might be working on projects and getting things done, feeling motivated, and especially if you're a Virgo with a strong Gemini in your chart, you'll have that as well. You're opening doors to improve your love life, the way you communicate, welcoming new love into your life, even some of you, and the actions that you're taking this month and in June will be like really life changing, making your life happier. You'll be wiser with how you're spending money this summer. You'll feel like you've gained from changes you've already made financially, and using it to solve any kind of old problems will benefit you, right? Use your finances to solve old problems so that, it's not ongoing. And yeah, just feeling very inspired and knowing that Pisces planetary actions for this new moon, you can feel inspired from that, and feel the connection of Pisces having Neptune in their sign. So, everyone tap into their opposite sign and your moon sign and your rising sign for more inspiration for the new moon. Okay. Now, Libra, we're in Libra, Libra, Libra. This is a great new moon for you to manifest what it is that you truly want in your life. You're going to feel like you've won a race, or you've won a battle, or you're clearing up any kind of missteps, right? So you also have the vertex within your sign for this new moon. Communicate with yourself what is most important to you this month, as you know you are an air sign. So, and it is Gemini's new moon, okay? And it's a big one for communication. And the vertex is going to signify things that happen to us through no effort of our own, right? Or no will of our own. So, what are things that you feel like, hey, this happened, and I feel like that's not fully true. I feel like it is, but you feel like things has gone kind of off balance, where you're like, man, this is not how I wanted it to go. So your sign is in a sixth house, so you may feel a strong need to do some kind of work, right? But don't rush, because we're in that Mercury retrograde, right? And the sixth house is ruled by Virgo. So there could be a lot of karmic lessons that will be refreshed and that will bring about some form of healing. Okay? So, whatever energies you put out at the last full moon in Gemini and the last new moon in Gemini, this might be a refreshing stage for you. Okay, that's what I intuitively feel, right? It's going to set things right karmically. So the sixth house, ruled by Virgo, you may feel the need to be useful, right? Because maybe you want to work, maybe, whatever, something with work, or just feel useful in your situation or do something useful. So it could be in your personal life or with your work life. So this is a great moon for you to set a new intention for what it is that you hope to accomplish and write it down and then start making those steps to achieve that. This is a great time for new ideas, okay? Gotta take a little drink here. Being inspired and following through. This is like your opportunity, right, to make those changes. Now, your opposite sign, Aries, is in, has Chiron, Mars, and Jupiter. So find how you can find healing through those three signs. How you fight for yourself, how optimistic you should be thinking, where's the healing for your Mercury and your Jupiter also. You can look at it that way too. Maybe there could be more healing and recognizing like maybe patterns, okay, and steps that need to be taken. And since Chiron is in the 12th house, you may want to also look at how you go after your dreams, right? How do you find solutions? Are they healthy? How do you self-sabotage yourself? Right? How does self-sabotage play a role in not ascending to where you need to be right now? And it's without judgment or stress, but it's looking at it realistically. All right, so let's get into Scorpio. Scorpio, there's no sign in your chart. However, you still have the South Node in your sign. The South Node is in retrograde, and this is like another great opportunity for you to prioritize your natural born skills. Maybe set up a positive new intention in how you communicate, because this is a new moon in Gemini. So how do you communicate? Use what is familiar to you and then grow other skills that you need for your North Node in this life. This is a great time for you to teach yourself something new that will benefit you in the present and in the future. So looking at fundamental learning skills too, for something, fundamental ways of communicating. So maybe you're learning the basics of something and adding it on in your career, right? So just remember that Mercury is still in retrograde, right? So don't agree to anything waiting for that June 3rd time frame in the evening, right? June time frame, June 3rd in the evening, the moon will be in Leo. If you have a moon in Leo, it will be even more powerful to reaffirm your affirmation that you made on this Gemini new moon, okay? Happening on May 30th. So just a few days away is the 3rd and the 4th, right? So that would be just a great time to do that. And the South Node is very similar to the qualities of Saturn, all right? So the South Node also governs over contracts, yeah? Okay, so I was like, okay, some cool information. I put some research into this for you guys, right? So since Mercury is in retrograde, you want to definitely make sure that that you don't sign anything, right? And just keep that in mind. And you want to work on your past goals, improve them, right, during the Mercury retrograde and the new moon phase. And just be a master of yourself, of what it is that you desire to achieve. What do I desire to achieve? And write it down. Trust your instincts. This may also be a great time for you to be a student and to learn something while you are the teacher maybe as well, right? So we're always learning, we're always improving. Don't overthink things, don't judge yourself, don't think, oh, someone might think that this course isn't that great. You're learning from it, and in this day and age, if you are learning a skill, you have to have a platform where you can showcase it, right? So you find your own way of doing things, learning the basics, tweaking it to make it work for you. Trust your instinct. This is also um, a good time to remember that in this whole process that you're gaining, that be the master of what it is that you desire to achieve, right? And trusting yourself, being that student. You are at the tail right now of the dragon in the south node. And then once you get out of that south node energy, you'll be the head of that lion. So learn something new. And once your sun sign moves past the south node, you will feel more evolved and ready to face things that you may have been putting off, or that hey, I wasn't ready yet. But now you feel more ready because you're tapping into those fundamental learning, right? Now, Sagittarius, there's no planets in your chart. The new moon is in your opposite sign, Gemini. You can definitely benefit from all the alignments that are in Gemini, which has the sun and the moon energy, right? The self and the emotion, right? So this is a great time for you to manifest what is best for yourself and what would be emotionally healing for you. Okay, a great time to reset, starting over, right? A great time for you to realize that you can enjoy the summer, right? Ask yourself, what are my goals for this summer, fall, and winter, right? Big plate to take on, but write it down. You may experience a lot of seventh and eighth house health issues on the new moon. Nothing. I'm just giving it out here, right? So look into that. Maybe you're inspired to eat a different way for 3 weeks, or have 90% healthy meals or 80% healthy meals, and the rest is something fun, right? So you can use this to use these planetary alignments to figure out your relationship with others. Very important. And if you're in a marriage, it's a great time to improve those communications, and any communications with your loved ones, the person you love, or your partnership relationships. Now, this is also a great time for you to look at yourself and your personal finances, how you utilize them, and just have a better way of using your resources. Okay, so this will be really good for you. And don't allow yourself to be so optimistic. And optimistic, being optimistic is great, but don't let it overshadow the responsibilities and the steps that you have to take to do things the right way, so that you can just enjoy and not have to rely on your Jupiter energy, okay? And just being mindful and considerate of your shared resources. So that would be great. Capricorn, we're in Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, Pluto is in your sign, 8 degrees, 23 minutes. Again, we were talking about Pluto a lot, right? So Pluto is retrograde in the ninth house. This is a great time for you to learn more and research anything spiritual or that has to do with the mind, psychology, or the occult, right? So getting really deep into that spiritual connection, and then looking at the three Pluto aspects that I shared. How does this relate, right? So even the Capricorn, everyone can benefit from that because of the alignment with Pluto and Mercury. Mercury being retrograde right now, everyone can benefit from this. So definitely research anything that you feel you need, right? But mainly that has to do with the mind, and everything deals with the mind, whether it's business. Everything deals with the mind. So whatever your situation is that you're going through, the mind is key in the psychology of the Muggle world, and the spiritual world matters when you're dealing with everyone, right? So there's a spiritual side to all of our conversation, and then there is the straightforward 3D world or whatever, right? So you may find the answer, right, that you have been searching for. And this will definitely help you in your spiritual practice and your daily life, right? And this information will make you feel even more advanced. You're like, it just opens up your whole world for you. And the information that you're going to gain, it's going to be good for your work. It's going to be good for your travel. It's going to be good for your own creative endeavors, anything that you want to do. And try not to be too hard on yourself and on others on this new moon, especially if there's a lot of stress or things backlog, a lot of things that you need to get done, right? So you want to start the new moon in a relaxing mindset. So definitely get things done, right? That way you can just make little improvements, right? Just being proactive, getting things done, getting um, your new ideas down, new start, the need for something to change. So you're going to feel those feelings naturally. And this is a great time for you to start even training that will provide more information and gain in your status for you. So you might find opportunities for training popping up. If getting invited to something, right? And it comes out of the blue, and you're like, why didn't I know about this already? But you got it, right? And it's also a great time to plan a trip, okay? But don't make the final plans yet. Just write them down as ideas, right? And it could be a plan that you've had a long time ago, because that's the Mercury retrograde thing. You're just looking into it. And then you'll mention things and get them concrete in on the night of June 3rd or June 4th. Now, Aquarius, you're in the 10th house, and you may feel inspired to think more positively about, what it is that you want to do, and even feeling like, you want to move even in a new direction, feeling that inspiration. And you could be taking this in the form of your career. Um, it could be reorganizing your daily schedule, your career, your goal, or reorganizing your schedule. Okay. And you are even feeling more energized and motivated to go after your life purpose, or the purpose, or finding, you know, something new, or a new relationship even. Saturn is in the 10th house, so you will feel inspired to teach or to share what you know. So Aquarius, this is so good because someone could say, oh, we already know this already, but you are going to put your own stamp on it. The way that you speak, others can understand you better, right? So never let anyone talk you out of doing something just because their opinion feel, oh, a lot of people have been doing it before. You're going to do it different, right? And it's so important for us to realize that if you're called to do something, do it. You're not following anyone, you're being your own original self, and you're in within that category. So it could be your solution for more than what you think. And you can benefit from the plans you already have made, right? And maybe you want to feel inspired, right, to create something new and to share something that will benefit yourself and others. So it could be a place, it could be something you own that you're sharing, or just sharing an idea, a thought, or a practice that really benefited you. Okay? Pisces! We're up to Pisces. All right, Pisces is in the 11th house. Pisces has Neptune in their sign. This is a time when you'll be learning more and sharing more. And like, if you feel naturally that you have this Neptune and Jupiter energy combined, great. This means that you can now naturally achieve your goals. This is great for Pisces. When you achieve your goal, Pisces, let that work for you in the long run. Find a way to make whatever achievements you have not be like a one night successful thing. It's going to just last you for a longer time. This means that you can, naturally achieve your goal, gain meaningful and loving relationships, and be respected and loved by your peers. So find aspects this new moon, and the way of thinking clear and communicating clear, and making peace with yourself, making peace with old situations, letting them go, making peace with any kind of bad communication, anything like that. Okay, with your loved ones, your friendships, your peers. You also have the natural and positive outlook for yourself and others, even if you may be perceived as a dreamer. Okay, so this is going to be really, really a positive, uplifting new moon for you guys, right? And having just a good outlook for your life is going to really help you. Okay, so with this Gemini new moon, you're going to be communicating in a more natural way, and things that you share will be meaningful. It will be empathetic, right? for others. It'll be even creative and healing for yourself and others. You will help to move everyone in a positive direction, even if they're unaware, right? You might inspire one person that helps someone else, and so on and so on. Okay? And those are like the best blessings, is when they're unaware. You don't even know you're doing it. You're just being you, or you just feel called to, and you're trusting your instincts, but you just do something, and a good act, and it benefits and it trickles down, right? It's like I was watching this show, and they were like, we help these many people, and by helping that people, how many other people did we help? And I thought, that's kind of paying it forward in some kind of way, continuing that positive energy. And by being truthful and being caring also, and very informative, because you put your time and your research into it. So you being truthful, caring, and informative is going to be really powerful. And I feel like saying that in some cases, maybe regarding work, you can't be as truthful as you want to be, because you have to follow protocol, but you can use phrases to, be as truthful as you can and caring, okay? And being informative as well, showing them what direction to go in. You will, make these great differences for others by, these simple acts. It will be, you'll feel even stronger after doing this, okay? You'll even get new ideas. And it's like you're stepping up a level, and you're connecting to, say, the spiritual world. So you're getting all of these information, right, and processing it, okay? And more new things will reveal themselves to you, especially in dream mode. Maybe you've been dreaming for the last month, month and a half, okay? And doing your meditating and unlocking your subconscious mind, this is going to be powerful for you. Having Neptune there. So, it's a great time to just reflect, I feel, for you guys. Okay? And this is your planet, and it will, be there for you, and it will help you to realize and make your dreams come true, okay, in the most positive way. All the steps that you need to take, even if you have to write it down. And Jupiter is still nearby, so, it's nearby your sign, and it's in Aries, so you will definitely have some kind of, supportive energy. You can definitely tap into the energy of Jupiter on this new moon, okay? And also the other planets, and there's you manifesting your goals, you manifesting them with ease, because you're doing it in the dream state, and you're also doing it in the awakened state. So you're just going to really see the strong benefits to that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. That felt like a mouthful. Okay, so yeah, definitely work on, a lot of you guys, connect to like the MC energy, and connect to a lot of dream work, a lot of the I feel like it's a lot of the Pluto energy, you know yeah, I really feel like a lot of the Neptune energy. Yeah, your MC working with the Neptune energy. I really feel that, and focusing on self, and directing yourself to where you want to go, and feel really lucky about it. I feel like that's going to help, and sprinkle in some of the Uranus energy to go for what you want, and don't feel like you have to fit into a social box or anything like that. Do what works for you. I'm going to pull one from the Archangel Michael card. Oh, it fell. Oh, one fell on the ground too. I'll just tell you a quick one. You and your loved ones are safe. So that's this one was on the ground for a message from Archangel Michael, just to let someone know that your loved ones are safe, you know, and they, have faith and focus on that. I feel like that one just popped out, so I feel like sharing that. But this one, have confidence. Like the confidence card is the one that dropped. Okay, so definitely have confidence. Archangel Michael is letting you know to have courage and really fortify, protect your energy, and realize that you have divine power, strength, wisdom, love, creativity, abundance, health. Okay, and allow yourself to feel confident and at peace about yourself in all the ways of your life. Okay, so 2 cards. You and your loved ones are safe. and confidence. So those are the two messages that are coming through. Okay, so woo, right there. Okay, so that's the two messages that I just wanted to pull. So I will. There's also the tarot card reading, inspired reading for the new moon in Gemini. So please check that out. Check out the love videos that I placed up here. There's some really good information that I found that I never heard anyone talk about before. So that's going to be really good. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Click like, it helps the channel. Have a happy new moon in Gemini. Um, it's all about communicating to yourself clearly and just being, clear about that. And I will see you guys next time. All right, peace.